what's up everybody? This is Chase here. This is my student Clayton. We're going to be talking about how to escape the mount position today, specifically with an elbow escape. And we're going to show a basic way, then we'll show a little flair at the end of it if you're having a really hard time. So, if I'm laying down here, Clayton mounts me, okay? Let's say he starts sitting up from here. I typically like to perform the elbow escape when I can get the person's hands on the ground. You can definitely do it if their hands aren't on the ground, but I typically like it to be. So I'm gonna get his hands to the ground and I'll show you the elbow escape, then we'll talk about it. You ready? Okay. Here we're out. So, let's talk about this here. So when he's sitting up, I can definitely do an elbow escape, but a lot of times it turns into something called a hip escape, where I have to frame on his hip. This is okay, but it still causes me some problems. I prefer to get his hands to the ground. How do I do that? I'm gonna keep my elbows wedged by his knees. What this does is it prevents him from climbing his knees into my armpits. Now I'm gonna do a bridge by pulling my feet close and lifting my hips so his hands go to the ground. Now look, I straightened just one leg, but my hips are still elevated. I'm gonna turn on my side and my leg scrapes underneath to my elbow. Now his leg's in between my legs and then I can keep shrimping to the other side to get back to full guard, or I could stay in half guard if I prefer that. Let's look at that from this angle here. So my elbows, I prefer them to go down here. This helps me get his hands to the ground. Sometimes if I need more assistance, I can use my knee and I'm gonna push his lower back, and that helps brace him right there too. Now look, my hips are still elevated. I'm gonna straighten a leg, turn on my side, and use my elbow and my leg to scrape underneath. Let me start to get out. Let's look at it from this angle, please. So here, so sometimes just bridging's enough. But let's say he doesn't fall down whenever I just bridge. He stays on top. So whenever I wedge my elbows and I can use this knee to go into the lower part of his back, that helps get his hands to the ground. Now I'm gonna pick a side. I'm gonna turn, leg goes straight, and I push it underneath. All the way back to full guard. So now let's look at our additive here. Oh man, sometimes I really got in bad trouble here. Maybe I get his hands to the ground, but what ended up happening was his legs are staying very stuck and sticky to me right here. So I can't get my leg underneath of his leg. So what I'm gonna do is I get a little hand assistance. So I'm going to reach down and my hand grabs the ankle. Now I'm gonna do a bridge as I turn on my side and I lift his foot. Now my far leg reaches over and traps the ankle. Now I put my feet on the ground and I lift. So now his knee's off the mat. Then I can push it in between the legs. Let's look at that one more time. So I've got his hands to the ground and he's climbed his knees high into my armpits. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble here. I can't do my regular elbow escape. So look, I turn on my side and I reach down and grab the ankle. Now I lift it up and look at my leg. It reaches over and traps. I plant my feet on the ground. If I don't put my feet on the ground, it's hard for me to get his leg in between. But once I push off the ground, I have the leverage to lift his knee. It's like a little torque angle there. Now I push it in between, then we're good to go from here. Cool. Good move?
Great move.
Good move. Yeah. All right, so make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.